Beauty of this camp, a lot of new faces, a lot of guys that we may have heard their names, but not really seen their game. Off the bat, PJ Parker was there last year. But I'll be honest with you, I don't really remember him that much. Ronnie had him in his final rankings from last year, I believe at number 34 as a freshman.
Yeah.
This year he skyrocketed and was the MVP. Played a lot like Kevin McHale, Grant Jarrett, Derek Lively. A lot of elements of all three of those players. Was very impressive, not just with his production, but his effort, his energy, his physicality, and was constantly in motion, constantly giving max energy. And it showed start to finish. And he was a pretty consensus choice as the MVP of the camp overall, although there were some other guys that may have had a case to be made, but he was a worthy MVP. And I think out of Sacramento, McClatchy High School, and he's got a chance to be, when it's all said and done, one of the best bigs on the West Coast in that class.
I got some comments on him, but you can go talk about him first, right?
Oh, yeah. To follow up on your comments, Dinos, I think, like you mentioned, I think 34 was fair last year. Like you said, he was just with the pack. And then this year, he's grown 2 or 3 inches. He admittedly said he has trouble putting on weight, so he's getting stronger. Pat, sometimes when guys are young, they can't get the strength and the weight up, even no matches they try. He's progressing in that area in terms of his physicality and his strength. And just his approach to the game, like you mentioned, there was other guys that could have been quite worthy of the running to be the MVP. But I think your panel, Dinos, chose the right guy from start to finish. I think he's well deserving. I think by far he was the best at, Pat, and you can talk a little bit about this. A lot of guys need the ball, or they need to have volume or get a lot of shots to stand out in an environment like this. But he didn't. There was times where he didn't get the ball at all, but he was still probably the most productive player. And I think that's where the Kevin McHale reference comes in, where you talk about efficiency and, maybe average playing at an all-star level in the NBA, but not having the green light, so to speak, or having the ball in his hands with playing with the guys of the caliber that McHale did, but he still put up, Hall of Fame numbers. So I think that's where this camp where PJ was the difference, where he didn't always need the ball. He didn't complain. If there was turnovers, he still got back on defense. If he went stretches without the ball, he went and go get offensive rebounds, and that was the difference.
Great attitude. I refereed him Saturday and Sunday before the All-Star games. He didn't complain. One time there was some fouls that I could have gave him, but he played right through them. He doesn't really have a big build, but I couldn't tell because he wasn't thwarted by any of the defense, the hacks. He just kept going. He can turn over the left shoulder, the right shoulder, not from distance yet, but just in that around the basket area. Like you said, he was active without getting many touches from being fed in the post, but he crashed the boards on both ends. No complaints, great attitude. I told him, I said, man, you would have been to the foul line many more times than what happened in this camp. So I appreciate that you kept playing hard like that.
Sure.
And he was solid in the All-Star game, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 4 for 7 from the field. But it was his play during the camp games. I mean, he would start to finish. That was impressive. And another guy, obviously 2 other guys